Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. We have a very interesting weather day ahead of us. A low pressure system that's very strong will move across southeastern Iowa at some point today. Now around that, you're going to get some pretty warm temperatures, possibly in the 50s in Cedar Rapids, 60s in Iowa City, and 70s in Washington. But everybody else, we'll see our temperatures holding steady or falling from the 40s into the 30s for today as the winds get exceptionally strong from the north, sustained at 25 to 35 miles per hour, then gusting to 60 miles per hour. Of course, that will allow some of the rain and the storms to change over to some snowfall. So all sorts of problems today. It's just a multifaceted problem, and hence the yellow alert day. Anywhere from the very strong wind gusts to strong to severe storms to possible whiteout conditions with the snowfall from basically now through midnight tonight. We'll start with the storms. We've already been dealing with a few strong storms, even some severe thunderstorm warnings this morning. Just because of some really cold air aloft, you can get some hail to develop very easily. And so it's a level 1 out of 5 risk for the whole viewing area this morning as those storms roll through. Now, there is a secondary chance for severe weather in the southeast where you see that yellow. That's a level 2 out of 5 risk from 1 to 5 p.m. That's where it's going to be a little bit warmer and where storms might get a little more agitated, if you will. And you could have all modes of severe weather with that round. Large hail, damaging wind gusts, even an isolated tornado. Although the higher threat will be off into Illinois with that level 3 out of 5 risk. So small window for more severe weather into the afternoon. Now, of course, we're just missing out on that band of extremely heavy snowfall to our north and west. Through that band there, you see the dark blues and purples. That's potentially 6 to 12 inches of snow, so up to a foot of snow. And we're just missing out on that. A very sharp cutoff as you move into our area, so maybe a few inches there for the far northwest, but most of us actually see less than 1 inch overall with this system. But you can see the 1 to 3 there in the lighter blue. It's going to be north of Waterloo, Oelwein, and Elkader. And then a very small portion of us there for portions of Winneshiek and Chickasaw County. You may see over 3 inches, and then that sharp rise in snowfall totals just outside of our viewing area to the northwest. So again, kind of just splitting the area between the heavy snowfall and the severe weather, but getting a taste of both. The blizzard warning just off to our northwest in the red for north central Iowa into central and western Iowa. That's where the really heavy snowfall combines with the really strong winds to give you an extended period of blizzard conditions and basically near impossible travel. Not as much snow for us, but enough to cause issues. So it's a winter weather advisory for Butler, Chickasaw, Winneshiek, and Allen McKee County. No other winter weather headlines for us, although everybody will see the winds. High wind warning for our western counties, gusts to 60 miles per hour there. Elsewhere, a wind advisory for 55 mile per hour gusts. And you see no wind alerts there in the far north, but that's basically covered by the winter weather advisory. So you can expect gusts up to about 55 miles per hour in those counties. So here's a look at the gusts peaking in the afternoon and the evening. Sustained between 25 and 35 miles per hour, gusting as high as 60. So that alone will lead to loose objects blowing around, difficulty driving, especially on east-west roads as these winds come in from the north. Power outages possible with this, even some tree damage and even structural damage possible with 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's all something that we could see here with just a general wind field. And then let's go through Future Track. Also plotted over the top of Future Track will be the wind gusts. And so some scattered showers and storms throughout this morning, capable of producing some large hail. Watch as we go into the early afternoon, that potential for more severe weather there in the southeast. That window between 1 and 5 o'clock as you have warmer temperatures down there. Meanwhile, dropping temperatures in the north, so a transition over to that heavy snowfall in our northwestern counties starting in the early afternoon. And basically that snow line will shift to the southeast as you go through the rest of the afternoon into the evening. And everybody will get a quick taste of snow at least for the evening into the overnight hours. Meanwhile, you see the winds gusting 50 plus up to about 60. And so with any amount of snow that we have, even if it's less than an inch, as it's falling, very low visibility as the wind blows it around. Finally, as you go towards midnight, the snow is wrapping up. It's moving off to the east. Clouds will decrease tonight, and the winds will die down after midnight. Tomorrow should be a much nicer day with lighter winds and plenty of sunshine. But again, tonight, you have lows down to the 20s, so a possibility of some refreezing. Also, the strong wind gusts early on in the night could lead to some drifting and blowing snow, especially in the northwest. But other than that, we'll have a nicer first day of spring there tomorrow, as we'll have some sunshine and high temperatures in the upper 30s north to about the mid 40s in the south. Winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour from the northwest. By Friday, it's another chance for rain with highs in the mid to upper 50s. And in your 10-day forecast, it still remains a pretty active forecast. Basically, an every other day chance for rain, which could feature a little bit of rain and snow if the precipitation lasts into the overnight hours as temperatures drop. We'll have high temperatures, though, in the 40s and 50s and some pretty strong winds on and off into early next week.